Welcome everybody, it's
The R.O.T.N. Oddcast.
I'm Famine.
I'm number 6.
For this episode, we chose the comic book
Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween.
Issue 2 just dropped. Written by Jeff Loeb and has various artists like Eduardo Riso and Klaus Janson paying homage to the late Tim Sale, who was the original artist in The Long Halloween.
You need to stop what you're doing and go read it, because it's literally one of the best Batman stories of all time. And the fact that they are making a new one, recapturing it, is difficult. I read the first issue for Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, and it was really good.
That brings us to the topic, which is, of course, Halloween. So let's get into our first track, which is The Misfits with Halloween.
Started off with movies.
Now, we're keeping it below the year 2000, so we're not going to be doing anything over 1999, with the exception of the first movie, of course, the Halloween franchise.
Yes, Halloween, starring Michael Myers. No, not that Michael Myers. The tall, hard-to-kill slasher wearing a William Shatner mask. Yeah, 1978, the original Halloween movie, followed by Halloween 2 in 1981. Halloween 3 Season of the Witch.
That's my favorite.
Absolutely fantastic. Has nothing to do with Michael
Myers.
Not
which is
in
my
it,
favorite. Yeah.
Not in it at all. The guy, like the hero character.
Yeah, amazing.
That guy's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in Night of the Creeps.
The guy from Night of the Creeps, yes.
Thrilled me.
Yep, that guy's awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
Anyhow, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Yep.
Then there was Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. And then...
And that one starred a young Paul Rudd.
Unbelievable.
Right?
I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
I really kind of want to watch it, but I hear it's not very good.
I mean, yeah. It's okay.
Halloween H2O, I do remember, and I think that was like the first Halloween movie I remember going to see in the movie theater. Right. And it was very like trying to be Scream.
That's true.
It was
That's
very
true.
And Josh Hartnett plays Jamie Lee Curtis's son in that movie, and it's got LL Cool J.
Fucking love
is
LL.
in that movie.
Yep.
And then the next one after that
had
was Halloween Resurrection from 2002, and it had Busta Rhymes and Tyra Banks.
Amazing.
And the best line in any Halloween movie is in that one. If you ask me,
Busta Rhymes. Yeah,
he's all Happy Halloween, motherfucker. Yeah. The remakes that Rob Zombie made in 2007 and 2009.
They were pretty good.
I thought they were pretty good. I would think of all of his movies that those are actually the best movies he made, were those movies.
I'm not a big Rob Zombie fan, and to be honest with you, I've never seen House of a Thousand Corpses, but I did see the Halloween remake, and I thought it was pretty interesting. It was a good kind of homage take on it.
I didn't think those were bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, so in 2018, there was Halloween. It
was just called Halloween. It was weird.
Yeah,
it was like a continuation, but
it was as if it was only a sequel to the very first Halloween movie. All those other Halloween movies that we just described
kind of never
existed or happened.
Weird.
So Jamie Lee Curtis did not have a son,
Right.
named Josh Hartnett. That didn't happen in this. She had a daughter instead.
Right,
And then
right,
she had like
yeah.
a granddaughter.
Right.
Those were actually really good.
Really?
I thought those were all good. Did you watch those?
I watched the Halloween 2018, but I didn't see anything else.
They were all good.
Yeah?
She was
Okay.
great. Jamie Lee Curtis in those movies is like Sarah Connor, but
Yeah, you can't go
Jamie Lee
wrong.
Curtis.
You
It's
can't go wrong
really
with
good.
that. Yeah.
I thought they were good. I
Right.
liked them.
Yeah, there was Halloween Kills in 2021, and then Halloween Ends in 2022.
Yeah.
But is it really going to end?
I don't know. That one is. There's a lot of weird stuff that happens in that one,
Really?
but it was still good. I mean, I recommend them.
Okay.
I recommend
Check it
them.
out.
Worth watching
There
this
you go.
holiday Halloween season for sure.
Anyway, there's also other movies dealing with Halloween. There's Halloween Party from 1989, and then there was the Halloween Tree from 1993, which was an animated. It was really deep. It was an animated movie about like these trick-or-treaters, but they have a friend who's going to the hospital that is about to die, and so the whole story is about like them trying to save the ghost of their dying friend. It's interesting, and the main character is voiced by Leonard Nimoy.
I watched it not that long ago.
It's pretty deep. They
My
show it on.
coworker, shout out to Jess.
you
Jess
go.
recommended that. We watched it here at the store.
There you go. Yeah, it's actually really good. They show it a lot on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Every Halloween. So maybe they'll show it this time. We'll see. All right, and then after that there was Halloween Town from 1998, which was a Disney film for kids. But my favorite character was Benny the Cab Driver. It was this weird kind of like skeleton that had like a lot of facial animations from the 90s. And they even kind of poked fun of it when the kids got out of the cab. One of the kids says like, oh, it's probably an animatronic. You know, Disneyland is really popular with that right now. So it's kind of funny that it poked fun of itself. And then after that, we have Trick or Treats, plural, from 1982, starring David Carradine and Steve Railsback, which is star of one of my favorite sci-fi horror movies, Life Force, which I hope we're able to talk about in the next
That movie is
episode
scary
coming
and
up.
sexy.
Yeah, we'll get to that hopefully in the future. And then after that, we have Trick or Treat, singular, from 1986, which stars Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne and Skippy from Family Ties.
It's a fantastic movie.
It's amazing. Yeah, great soundtrack.
The band is
is
good.
amazing.
It's so good.
There's so many memorable scenes, but my favorite scene is when the main character, whose name is Sammy Kerr, starts killing. So he's on stage, and then right after they play the song, he like starts shooting electricity out of his guitar and starts killing the people in the audience. It's fucking amazing.
What if he fought the Driller Killer from Slumber Party Massacre 2?
Fuck, amazing.
In a battle of the bands. It'd be like Freddy versus Jason. But,
Kind of.
But, you know.
Way better.
Yeah.
Way more rock and roll.
Satanic gods of rock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or dogs of rock. You never know.
Yeah. His name's Johnny Kerr. Or
Yeah.
Sammy Kerr.
Sammy Kerr.
Yeah.
After that, we have Hack-O-Lantern from 1988. And then the made-for-TV movie The Midnight Hour, 1985. And of course, the classics, It's a Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown from 1966, Hocus Pocus from 1993, and A Nightmare Before Christmas. So let's get into our second track. This is the Dead Kennedys with Halloween.
So it's Halloween, and you feel like dancing, and you feel like shining, and you feel like what you gonna do? But you better know, and you better plan, better plan all day, better plan all week, better plan all month, better plan all year. Just a feel the wave, and you feel free, and away just peacock, no dirty look. I can see your eyes, I can see your face, baby, nothing's changed. I can see your eyes, I can see your face, baby, nothing's changed. And you're hiding in a mouth. Take up on real straight. Before the fish down. No more goes back on. And you go back to school. And you go back to work. Number what I did, number what I was back at Halloween. nothing in between. Nothing's happened since. All there is between. It's just Halloween. But not every day are you so afraid of what people say. But not every day are you so afraid of what people say. After Halloween. After Halloween. After Halloween. After Halloween. By your role is planned for you. There's nothing you can do but stop and think it through. Oh, what will the say to you? And what will your girlfriend say to you? There are people out on the street that stare at you. And you'll ruffle your feathers, you'll go back to your disco costume. And you'll ruffle your feathers, you'll go back to your legal there. Why don't you take us regulation, shove them up your ass? Why don't you take your special regulation, shove them up your ass? Why don't you take your special regulations, shove them up your ass?
Now, what about Halloween scenes from movies, whether it's trick-or-treating, in costumes, or Halloween parties?
Right. Like my favorite scene from Miss 45, where the main character, it's like a revenge movie. She dresses up as a nun. She fucking gets some guns and goes on a killing spree of all the people that wronged her at the Halloween party. It's amazing. And it's like slow-mo artistic. It's beautiful.
Well, my favorite scene from E.T., where they go trick-or-treating and E.T. encounters Yoda because he knows him.
They're both aliens.
From a galaxy far, far away. As
Yeah.
we all know if you watch Phantom Menace.
Right. There's a scene where E.T.'s in the background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All of it is
Brings it right back together.
Mind-boggling. You cannot forget about the excellent Halloween party scene in Karate Kid.
So my favorite, even though I'm not dressed as it right now, but my favorite Halloween costume of all time is the skeleton. As you know from the Compassionate Skeleton from previous
I have a
years.
really great picture of
Han Solo meeting the Compassionate Skeleton.
Yeah. That was really good.
And so
we were at
Karate-
Denny's.
Yeah,
we're at Denny's. It's
exactly.
Such a good picture.
We'll show that. The Karate Kid scene where it's like he was like a shower, right?
His Halloween costume is like a
the
shower
stall.
Shower.
And then the bad guys from Cobra Kai were skeletons.
They're in the bathroom,
Right.
and then he puts the hose on him,
Right.
and
It's
all
amazing.
heck breaks loose, and he gets chased down, and
Right.
he
But
gets
the
chased
karate-
down by a gang of skeletons,
yeah.
bullies, skeleton bully karate
Yeah.
boys.
Straight out of Inframan or something, right? Or fucking Power Rangers.
Yeah.
And then after that we have Jim Carrey in
Once Bitten,
which is a great film.
I really like that movie, but that scene I do have an issue with because it makes no sense.
What? They're at a Halloween
dance, right? And there's all of these people in costumes.
Yeah.
And Jim Carrey is only wearing a black jacket and black pants, and that's it.
I
There's
know,
no costume.
But the whole running gag of the whole gag of the movie is everybody thinks he's wearing a costume, but to him he's not wearing a costume. Like the scene where the kid goes up, nice costume, and he's like, I'm not wearing a costume.
Oh
What
my
are you
god!
talking about?"
Any rational person would not say that's a costume.
But the dance
it makes
scene,
no sense. But
he
the dance
looks like
scene's amazing.
Dave. He looks like Dave Arvane.
Dave Vanian.
Dave Vanian from the
Not
Dams.
even. He does not even wear. He's wearing just a black jacket, not
But
a
he has
suit.
a slick back hair and his, Anyways,
Anyway, that movie's good. That
movie is
part
great.
does really.
the dance
really
scene, the whole synchronized dance scene.
Yeah, it's
was great.
amazing. It's really good. It's really good.
And then Night of the Demons, speaking of another dance scene, where the main character dances to Bauhaus. Basically, they have a Halloween party, but there's this amazing scene where Bauhaus is playing and she's dancing by herself to a strobe light. It's amazing. One of my favorite Halloween scenes for sure.
Rush Week.
Yeah, Rush
Tell
Week.
us about Rush Week.
Rush Week is a movie, a slasher movie, but there's a scene in Rush Week where it's another Halloween party, and a band is playing. Lo and behold, guess who the band is?
Who's the band?
The Dickies.
Incredible.
And they sing their song "Booby Trap," But
Amazing.
that was like the very first time they sang that song in a movie, and it's
So if you like
amazing.
punk, you need to watch that.
Yeah, it's
And
funny
you want
because
that Halloween punk.
I watched it not even knowing the Dickies were in there, and there was no reference to the Dickies in the clip I watched, and I was like, "That's the fucking Dickies." It's amazing.
That is amazing. Addams Family,
Mm-hmm.
Idle Hands.
Well, the Addams Family, one of the best scenes is where they're trick or treating, and Pugsley dressed up as Fester. But
Yes.
then Wednesday is just dressed up as herself, and then the girl that's dating cousin It, like, is dressed up
asks-
as a cowboy, and she's dressed up as a fairy. She's like, "Oh, what is your costume?" And then Wednesday says, "I'm a homicidal maniac." They look like everybody else.
I know. It's
Best scene.
It's such a
So good.
Excellent.
And then in Idle Hands, we have Seth Green, another Halloween party dance scene.
Mm-hmm.
But we have Jessica Alba in the sexy fairy outfit.
Dude,
Amazing.
She's in that movie?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that movie.
she's
since
Seth
it came
Green's,
out.
love
I don't even
interest.
remember that she was in that movie.
Or it's not Seth Green's love. Seth Green is a sidekick. It's the main character's love interest.
Devin Sawa? Isn't that who's the
Fuck.
main character? He has a
Good
funny
call.
name.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah. Wow, I haven't seen that movie since it came out.
Anyways, yeah, that's the tip of the iceberg because that came out in 1999. So that's
It's like, what, just barely made the cutoff.
made the cut. Yeah,
Just barely.
but Idle Hands is a great movie. If
So
you like
any
comedy horror
other
movies.
trick or treat movies that came out later on will be covered perhaps next
maybe
Halloween.
next year.
Yeah, maybe.
Hopefully, if this show sticks around for that long.
We'll see.
Anyways, talking about sticking around for a while
The next track we should
Yes.
listen to now is Susie and the Banshees,
with
Halloween.
Trick or treat, the
to comic books and comic book characters. There was I Love Halloween, which was a Tokyo Pop series. That's when Tokyo Pop kind of got off of the manga and made more comic books. They did a series with Becky Cloonan. They did a series with some comic book artists. They were trying to get into more comic books, and I Love Halloween was one of those. We have Halloween Eve from Image, and that was about this girl who worked at a Halloween shop.
It was like
remember?
a one shot.
Yeah.
It was really good.
It was really good. Yeah,
it was really good. Yeah, it's a long time ago.
There was Hallows Eve from Marvel.
She's a new character.
Yeah, she's really cool looking.
She is very cool.
Yeah, it's
Orange
kind of
and
like
Black Attack.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Green Goblin, but like a girl kind of Halloweenish.
You know what? I haven't seen anyone dressed like that.
That would be amazing.
It might be a really good costume.
Cosplayers, let's get it.
I'm sure it's somebody.
There was Halloween Girl from Mad Shelley Comics, really rare indie title, but I had to mention it because it had a pretty good run. Halloween Girl, check it out. We have Halloween Jack.
I love Halloween
from
Jack.
X-Men 2099. Why don't you tell the story about how you found a Halloween Jack figure?
Okay, so it was a long time ago, and I got a giant box of loose figures from the 90s. There was just tons and tons of toys inside of it.
Okay.
And like the accessories are everywhere. It's all in this big giant tub.
Sure.
And there's this one freaky dude at the bottom of the box,
Yeah,
and
he's really weird.
He's really skinny.
Right.
Kind of looks like the Joker, but
Right,
he's
yeah.
wearing like tattered clothes, and his
Right.
skin is green.
Right.
And he had like a little detachable little ponytail.
Right.
And then like I found all these other little pieces, and there's like a little Wolfman mask and hands
Yeah.
that attach to him.
Amazing.
And like I didn't know who he was. I was like, who is this? What is this from? Forever. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And then randomly, I was looking through some old back issues of X-Men 2099,
Love X-Men
and he was in
2099.
there, and I almost died. I was like, oh my gosh,
It all makes
Halloween
sense.
Jack.
Yes. There was Jack-O-Lantern from Marvel. We're gonna talk about like pumpkin-headed people, all right?
That
So
is a
there's
pumpkin-headed
Jack-O-Lantern.
man who flew around like he was Green Goblin.
But his
His glider was
chariot,
different.
It was like,
different.
remember that toy that you would jump on? That
It
was
looked like a
ball?
pogo ball.
Pogo ball.
It looks like a pogo
He
ball.
drove around in a pogo ball.
He
flew around.
Flew around.
Not drove around.
I think there's later
Flew
versions
around.
where
You
he
know what
actually
I
had a broom.
Whoa.
That had like a rocket broom. There was a version
I
of him
love
like
Jack-O-Lantern.
that. Yeah.
Did they make a Jack-O-Lantern figure?
They made several.
Okay,
They
good.
made several different versions of
You got to
him.
get one of those.
Yeah.
And then the Red Goblin was really dope too. That was really scary.
looked
He had like fire
cool.
coming out. Then we have Jack Pumpkinhead from the Marvelous Land of Oz, and he was even in the movie Return to Oz.
Absolutely.
I think he did. Scotty Young did the artwork for that, right?
That was his comic, yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't just like a baby cover. It was like a whole
Yeah.
comic.
We have Mervyn Pumpkinhead.
He was from Sandman.
Sandman,
He's a
yep.
Sandman character, yeah.
Yep.
Really good.
We have Sam Hain from the Real Ghostbusters.
One of the best episodes.
Yeah.
One
And
of
then-
the best.
Speaking
Oh.
of the best, we have
This is the absolute best, actually.
we have this guy right here, Pumpkin Wrapper from Power Rangers. Why don't you talk about that?
Well, okay.
You
This
hold
is on
it.
a level. This was on a level that is hard to even quantify. To be quite frank, as you may,
I think
or
it's
may
my
not
favorite
know,
episode of the Power Rangers.
As you may or may not know, like it's a Japanese TV show
Right.
that they would take the action scenes and then edit it together with American actors
for the U.S.
This
right.
is the whole concept of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
Right.
and all Power Rangers to follow.
Right.
But so the villains sometimes were so bizarre,
Bizarre.
it didn't really make any sense.
like the pig
But
with the Trojan helmet.
that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And but there's other weird ones. There's ones that are very like specifically like weird Japanese kind
Sure,
of things that
sure.
are like that doesn't really
Translate in the
translate that
US,
well.
yeah.
But the pumpkin wrapper is like, okay, he's a pumpkin man
With an
pumpkin
upside-down
head,
pumpkin
but the
head.
fact that the jack-o'-lantern face is upside down is so freaking weird.
Yeah.
But then they were like, because I've never seen the original, Super Sentai
sure.
episode,
Sure.
but in the American version, he raps.
Raps.
He's a pumpkin rapper. He's
It's
like
amazing.
rapping. It is like nothing.
And then
else,
all the
dude.
Power Rangers get pumpkins stuck in
Stuck
their
in their
head.
head. It is
and then you could
insane.
put them on the fucking
Yeah, that's they gave you.
figures.
There's actually for the figures.
Yeah.
This is such a good toy, and I mean,
You need to watch
Somebody-
the episode, even if you're
Watch
not a
this
Power Rangers fan.
yeah, you should watch that.
You got to
episode.
watch that
It's a
episode
good
just because
episode.
of how fucking ridiculous it is.
It's crazy. It
And
is
then
insane.
the last character is going to be Ghoul from Batman Beyond. So do you remember the Joker gang?
I do
from
remember
Batman
the Joker
Beyond?
gang.
One of them was named Ghoul, and he was the guy that wore like a witch's hat.
Oh,
and he
yes.
had like a crop tee that was
Yeah.
a jack-o'-lantern, and he had
That's
a
right.
he had
I
a
remember
plastic
him.
jack-o'-lantern that he would fucking hit people over the head with.
Yeah, but he was kind of whack. He was
No,
not
he
that...
was dope. He was my favorite character from Batman Beyond.
He
well,
would
actually,
always get his ass kicked.
Ink was my favorite character from
Yeah.
Batman Beyond.
Ink
But-
was a really good villain.
yeah, she was dope. But
Blight was a really good
yeah,
villain.
Light was dope as well.
Yeah.
Actually, I take that back. Batman Beyond had a lot of good characters.
They did.
But I actually like Joker's gang. I thought Joker's gang was dope. They
There
had
was
that-
the two
the
Harley
hyena
Quinn
guy. Oh, Dee
Harley Quinn
Dee
girls.
and Dee.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was the guy that was his lower half was like a ball.
Yeah.
Joker's gang was dope, dude.
Yeah.
Ghoul was dope. Check it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that brings our episode to a close. We're going to be talking about TV episodes maybe the next time. We'll save it for the next time.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot, and you know, I wanted to.
I do like TV episodes.
I wanted
It's
to
all right.
keep it so we can focus on something for next Halloween. We'll save it for next Halloween.
Okay. Next Halloween it is.
Yeah. Speaking of next Halloween, the last track we're going to get into is going to be Ministry with Every Day is Halloween.
Indeed it is.
Thanks again to Phat Collectables for letting us shoot here. Thanks to Squelch, aka Explode, for doing our logo again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you missed your favorite Halloween themed subject. Good night.
Be seeing you. They just should have called it The Last Halloween. Why do you need to fucking put Batman The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween? It's like, why? Like,
Right.
I already know it's a sequel. You don't need to...
I get you.